We had 3 games already. Now it's number 4. It's called Before We Leave. You can already hear the jolly music in the background. Or in the foreground. I promised to go through the recent developments. I'll try to do that now. Because when I started the game earlier, it gave me basically a rundown of what happened lately. But can't find it now. They said that they focused on usability, quality improvement, instead of adding more content in the latest patches, plural. So I think we will have a look at a better game than before, which is insane because it was really good when I looked at it last year. It's 10 months ago or something that I checked it out. And we'll do the tutorial because it will tell us new stuff, right? Number of planets, 5. In bygone times, humanity descended into bunkers to escape a galactic disaster. Galactic, right? Only centuries later, when the cause of the calamity was forgotten, did humanity emerge, having lost all but remnants of their past history and knowledge. They begin once again on a planet born anew. But the title suggests they need to leave, doesn't it? There's that. It's finally time. After so long, your peeps, my peeps, have emerged from their underground shelters and are on the surface again. I know, right? These are the last remaining early access games I have. Everything else is either cancelled or forever lost in the void or finished by now. And I didn't buy new ones. So I got a grip on myself. I'm very proud of that. I've got 3 longer running games, as in it's not enough to look at them for an hour. They will happen this Sunday, next Sunday, the Sunday after that. There's a break in between because we've got Retro Week coming up. But this Sunday, next Sunday, then the break, and then the last Sunday. 3 early access games. Osiris New Dawn, which got recently revitalized because the developer bought themselves again because they were having issues with their publisher and they bought their game again, and then, you know, things got moving. And it looks very promising. They do weekly updates, they communicate, everything looks like it's getting a polished once over, in tight connection to what the community gave us feedback years ago. And then this Sunday we'll look at Medieval Dynasty, which is in alpha still, so... This is a good game already, since last year, so... After so long, your peeps have emerged from their underground shelter and are on the surface again. I'm glad you agree, by the way. Thanks for agreeing. Hold down the right mouse button to move around your new home and zoom in and out with the middle mouse button. My new home. So, when you zoom out... Whoops. Let's get your peeps settled in by building some roads and huts. All buildings must be placed next to an existing road. Once you're done with the building, you can right-click to cancel the building you have selected. So when you zoom out, it looks like this. And then you can go and turn around, but you don't know about the other side of the planet yet. It's all you see. It's island number 1, planet number 1, right? Our task is to construct 3 huts, not hoods. Construct 3 tiles of road. As you can see, it's hex pieces again. You can also rotate if you don't see what you want to see. And we've got forest, boulders, ancient tech. Sound effects are a bit loud. That's better. So, I'm covering up part of the user interface down there. Bernie's covering up part of the user interface over there. So, anyway, I could probably place it elsewhere. Nah. I did reset the hints, so that's good. How smooth the camera is, you can change the cursor size and color. All or just essential info pins. Let's go for essential. Okay, so 3 houses. This is our bunker. These are our peeps. Pause. Not pause. Okay. You've got a build menu here. Overlays, roads, demolishing the main menu, and house and entertain peeps. This. Ah, a hut somewhere for your peeps to live. Stores food and drink for them to refresh themselves. Peeps that don't have a job yet or can't get enough to eat and drink will wait here. Peeps that don't have enough to eat and drink don't work. Right, costs 2 wood. The duration is 5 seconds and covers 1 tile. Can be entered from 1 point only, which is a bit small here, but you will see when you build. There's a synergy effect from placing this. If you have 2 buildings from the field category near this, the house has 2 extra food storage. If it's close to 2 other buildings from the... No, I think if it's close to 2 buildings of the field category, it gets +2 food, +2 drink. That's how you read it. So placement on your board is essential in this game. Right? But we want to place it not where the ancient technology is. Maybe close to the forest. Right. I can probably also rotate the building other than by just pointing at the tile. Well, let's build it here. Let's build a road. It goes around the house to the back of the house. And now we can place another hut here. Here. There. And here. Okay, there's probably bad placement because of this, but we'll see about that later. Okay, now the peeps will build it. They need the materials for it. And then they build it. And then people start moving in. There you go. Peeps are in. So you can upgrade this. Joe is going home, Kyle is going home, as well as Anjali, who's unemployed. She's waiting there, or they are waiting there. No pollution. You can't move through the building because it has only 1 entrance, therefore only 1 exit. Camera. Your bunker? You can click on your peeps to see where they intend to go. It's a little target. You can see their mood. If you click on it, you see more details. How exhausted they are until they need food again. Carries a dead pigeon. Why? You can rename them for everybody who wants to be in the game. Let me know. Joe's going home. Joe is wearing rags. The bunker, the shelter, has water and food stored. It has 10 tools, 46 peeps, 2 stone, and 14 wood. That's what we have. Oh, I need to construct another tile of road. Okay, let's build it there. Great. While the shelter slowly produces food and water, you need more and fast. So the shelter produces 1 of each. Top of the screen. Whoop. You see the island. Later on you have more places. Island 1, Planet 1, that sort of indicates what you are looking at. You have your overviews. If you ask me, this all needs to be bigger. I can't really comfortably make out the symbols. I know this is wood. I know this these are tools, but it's tiny. There's so much space here. Right? Too small. But anyway, you can get an overview of your peeps. Food stored. This is available, allocated, and total. We've got 26 are planned. Or something. Fertility. Grass Island. You can relax. The island feels just like home. The high ground contains caches of underground iron if you can get to it. Show research. Production. Food and drink resources on the island. And idle workers as well as mood or happiness, influence. Overpopulation, they hate that. So that's important to notice. But you don't need these all the time. So you mostly need your peeps currently on the island and the available housing, as well as wood and tools and what's this, stone. Exactly. So now we want 2 potato fields and a well. So a potato field gets a bonus when it's next to another field. It gets a bonus when it's next to a home, and it also gets a bonus when it's next to a well. And it's all nice and fun, but the bonuses are different. Next to a field, extra storage for potatoes. Next to a house, extra production speed. Next to a well, also extra production speed. Now, a well suffers from being next to an accommodation. So you would want to build the fields here and the well there. That's not going to work. And that's how the game makes choices hard for you, right? So we're going to build field. And a field. Oh, it must face a road. It can't just be in the open. So now 2 potato fields, and then we can speed things up if we build a well there. For this gets extra storage from these and extra production speed. And that already racks my brain. I'm not sure about you guys. You have limited space. You need everything. You need to keep your peeps happy and need to expand, and then you need to get up there somehow. It's elevated. Now, you need to build a wood cutter to get wood for your buildings. Place it near some trees to get the wood faster. Yeah. We made a potato achievement. So, next to trees, it gets extra +1 wood storage if we place it next to 3 trees. Right, so adjacency says it's hard to place it next to 3 trees. This would work. We would get the wood very fast, but it's also far away. We could build it here as a compromise. And this road we don't need, so we demolish it. So your peeps have paths that they go. You are building a bit like in Settlers in this game. Pathing is super important. Blocking things off, like all this with my houses and fields, is not very good. They will take forever to get there because they can't go through the houses or through the fields. But that's how I build. That's I'm gonna deal with it. Right, now we've got the woodcutter. Yay! Now your peeps need help relearning the ways of their ancestors to survive. Build an explorer's hut to gather items from heaps of ancient technology and build a library to help them learn and remember. Okay, so we pause the game for a sec. Explorer. Green technology, 12 research per minute. They are less affected by movement penalties. By processing ancient tech. What's this then? That's a transmogrifier. We don't know what that is. This is ancient tech though. So we build this near the ancient tech. Perfect. And then we want a library. Can only be constructed on an island that already contains a library. Oh, most buildings. Okay. It unlocks other buildings for us. Okay, so you build it and then it faces the road. The more roads you have, the more choices you have with the face of the facing the orientation of the building. We're gonna build it there. That looks pretty. We ran out of stone. Aww. Let's fix that. Use the demolish tool to break up some boulders into usable stone. Select the demolish tool and click the boulders you want to remove. Demolishing boulders is hard work, so you have to wait while your peeps get the job done. Let's demolish this. Right, so now you got the stone you need. You can also demolish forests that are in your way, but unlike trees that woodcutters cut down, forests that you demolish won't grow back. Try to demolish as few as you can to make space for buildings. When you're laying new roads or demolishing stuff, you can click and drag to create long roads or demolish an area. It saves a heap of time. Right. So we demolish this and that. Up here you can decide how fast the game runs. Our explorer's hut is done. And we can check our peeps. The well suffers from being near accommodations, being near animal fields, being near pollution. Low pollution, the production is slowed to 70%. So creates up to 20 per minute. There's no pollution. Medieval Dyson Sphere, yes. Any major changes? Well, most of the changes are quality of life, accessibility, usability, and not more content. So the last two patches, if I read it correctly, were all about making it more playable. I still think the user interface needs more. I don't know. Maybe it's a size option that I'm missing or something. Here. 110% is the biggest I can go on my relatively small screen. If I go for this, I had a hard time figuring out the symbols and such earlier. I still think they are not ideally designed, these symbols, for all the resources and such. It's a pity because there are so many icons in this game, and I think they could look different. Maybe they're working on that. I don't know. But it's not anything like Dyson Sphere program. This is a different kind of game. It has some similarities, but they are not making them games more similar. Yay, we got a library. Now that your village is set up, it's time to think about a bigger goal, exploring the world on a ship. You're going to need more tools to build your ship, amongst other things. There's an ancient metal device nearby that, according to legend, can turn one thing into another. Perhaps it can help. It's a transmogrifier. It can turn tools, wood into tools. Yeah. Create a tool using... Okay. We gotta connect it to road. And since this is my only exit, I need to build like this. So it's a long way to the transmogrifier. So, like, we have tools instead of wood. Meanwhile, our little woodcutter is working hard. Options. Delivery when full, off, or contains a load. You can fine-tune the efficiency of your peeps carrying stuff a lot. I think the paths visibility is a new thing. Can't remember that there was a thing last time we played. And this is the tech tree. Also, way too small. Want to learn about... Oh, well, the tutorial is going to tell us. So, we're creating tools over here. Or... Okay. What does this button do? There's no worker currently. I could maybe recruit another peep. Now we're going. Sunset. That sun. Setting. Hey, this is the prettiest game. The settlers themselves, yeah, they look like little, wood figures. They all look different. But yeah, I think they look a bit creepy. And the slowest setting makes them move rather fast. This is faster. It's time to hit the books. Now that your peeps have access to the library you just built, they'll need to research how to gather stone and other minerals. They can't repair the ship without them. Yeah. Stone is an important resource and needs to be mined from the mountains and the highlands, but first you need to reach it. Research elevators and then build one against the cliff. Don't forget to use the transmogrifier to make more tools if you're running low. An elevator. Ah, okay. Cost us 5 research, we have that. Oh, we have got 50 stashed. Yeah, maybe because their movement is calculated per tile and they wobble a bit on the way. They don't have legs, but they still wobble. I think it looks kind of fun. Now we can build an elevator. And we build it here. So we get up to that spot from here. Cool. Yeah, a bit, yeah. A bit. It's probably something you don't see anymore after playing for a bit, I guess. Also, if you're playing, you don't look at the individual people so much. I mean, you check their paths, maybe. But you don't look at the individual people. You will think much more about how the hell you are boggling your horrible setup of roads. This needs to be besides a road. So there you go. You're most welcome, DV Fish. I'm glad I could show a bit of this to you. Do bookmark the developers' homepage and maybe check out their Discord for the latest changes. I couldn't find a patch log real quick, but I saw a message. So maybe when you get back to your game, you will get the same message. It was explaining what they changed in the last patch. But the Discord is probably a good place to check that out. And yeah, you take care. Have a good night's sleep. See you soon. Now that you can reach the highlands, you need to work out how to get your peeps to mine that stone. You can see all the tutorial messages and tasks in the log, which is in the pause menu. Even if you're not playing, it shows everything. Okay, if you want to read ahead, you can do that. So, we research mining. Allows the construction of quarries which produce stone. Quarries spread pollution to surrounding tiles, which gives peeps that walk on it negative happiness, depending on how bad it gets. So, walking around the quarry makes your people stinky, and if they're stinky, they're not happy. So that makes sense. Over here, we could order 5 more tools, but we have 4 currently, so that's alright. They researched all the ancient tech from this pile we had here, right? A ruined generator? I need to research repair before I can do that. Ah, okay. So, there's ancient technology. There's a mountain. A rusting hulk. We mine for... Oh, here. Look at that. 70 and 84 research there for us to gain. They gather it up from the island if they can reach the stuff. See? They're going over there on foot to research the things, so you don't need to build them elsewhere. It also means you can build them anywhere. Of course, they are much faster if they're close to the place, but since they carry ancient tech back and then research it and then carry it back, or carry more of it back, it's kind of okay for the time being. There might be scenarios where you want to be quicker with that. They don't need roads, and they don't get the heavy penalty of movement, as you can see. Others would be much slower on that path. Yay! Time to build your stone quarry. The quarry must be placed next to a mountain as well as a road. Quarry is also building that pollutes its local area. Pollution affects how happy your peeps are and how efficiently they work. Choose where you place your buildings that produce pollution wisely. Yes, okay, a quarry. Let's see. A quarry gets a bonus from being next to mountains. It gets negative. Oh no, it doesn't get negative impact. It causes gloom and pollution. Requires an adjacent mountain. Requires being built on the highland. Okay. Fair enough. So there's a triple mountain solution here. I like that. So we build a road there. Oh, that's occupied. What is this? Boulders. We need to remove them. So we will send peeps there to demolish it. We use the little elevator, which is super cute. There you go. Thank you for that. So we build another road. Then we build the quarry there like we planned. Here you go. 3 things in the vicinity. Very efficient. It has a little sound effect. But that only plays when you're close to it. I hope. Slowly remove pollution from tiles next to them. Ah, that's how forests work. Would you look at that? Peeps' happiness can be affected by the environment. Larger buildings project gloom around them. I think the gloom effect is new. I remember only pollution last time I played. So that seems new. Walking near unpolluted empty space or forest will get a wilderness bonus to their happiness. Aha. A wilderness bonus. Very nice wilderness. Look at this very nice wilderness over here. So, depending on the paths they take, they get gloomy or happy. It's insane how pretty this game is. Look at that. Sun's going off. Yay. Now that your peeps are mining stone, you're well on your way to setting sail and discovering unseen lands. To find them, you'll need to repair an ancient device to make that old ship on the coast seaworthy. Let's research repair. 20 research points. We still have 11. Awesome. Okay, we can't get all the jobs done. Let's see, we could build a house here. That's going to create pollution later on. I don't want to build houses around it. I'll build houses there. Yeah. Get more peeps. We have so much to do. Got enough peeps in the bunker. I could place 2 fields here and a well and connect it with the road. Oh, one field, sorry. Yes, it is. You can also, of course, lower the volume a bit. It's a very loud game as such. So if I go to half the setting I had, and user interface and sound effects can be toggled, so if anything is a bit too much, you can change that. If you got questions about the game, I'll point it out. Do ask. This stream is not for me alone to discover the game. You're along for the ride, so you can ask questions. You can also say, can you show this? Or can we look at that? Or game-related questions like that. Excellent. Excellent. Repairing the ship is going to take a lot of peeps and resources. Increasing the population of your village to support the work that needs to be done. Yes. Oh, 25. Would you look at that? Okay, so we need to expand. I don't want to kill the forest here. It would be a very nice spot for a forester, though. Let's see. Look at the nice wilderness. Right, then we can build past the library. Let's remove that again. So this would create pollution here, right? So we might need more forest here. Pollution. Pollution. I think it's a good idea to build back here. These spaces will be open later. Sorry. What's that all about? Gets a bonus or penalty on rainforest depending on how many forests remain. Yeah, pollution hurts it, obviously. Yeah, it must face a road. And then we build here. They benefit from being next to a house, right? Yeah, okay. So if we build another house here, that would benefit this and that. That speeds up this. Okay. But yeah, like I said earlier, because I didn't plan this correctly, they have to walk all the way around to get there. The bonus is they get really happy because they've got all this nice wilderness to look at. That's not to be underestimated, the effect of that. Tea-time. Tea-time number 2. So, let's finish that. Suddenly, potatoes. Yay! I've got room for 22. We need more. More. I'll see if we would have built slightly differently down here. Now let's see. We can build a road here. And then we have another house here. And here. Just because we can, for now. Look at it! Huh? Lovely! Little creepy peeps with their mustachios. Okay, let's focus on you. That's a follow camera. It's just not only focusing, it's a follow cam. It's really cool. Wow, your peeps are accumulating a lot of stuff. Yes, they are. Let's research and build a warehouse. Note that warehouses require 2 tiles for construction. Of course, why make it easy when you can make it even harder? Warehouse costs 5 research. We have that. It's a nice tutorial, isn't it? It takes you slowly into the game and then you start admiring stuff and come up with questions and like, will I build a warehouse here maybe? Probably. I don't know. And it's a real town square. Now we know why they exist. Yay! Warehouse research complete. A warehouse stores resources. Can be entered from one point only. Okay. So we could build it here. For storage. So peeps will go here or there for storing and retrieving. Don't forget to use transmogrifier to make more things. And we need wood for that. We need another wood cutter. I mean, there are some spots here that we could use. This one's good. Right. We build a road here, and then we have a woodcutter that gets the full bonus. Yeah. Of 3 surrounding trees. I might have used that spot. Anyway. We're making more tools, yay! And then we want to repair the ship. Let's repair the generator. I like the background noises. You see, they are having a good time here. There's a party going on. And also, if you think it's a bit bright, for example, you could lower the gamma. You can increase the field of view, which changes a lot like the game looks. See, this is the standard, roughly the default setting, and notice if we increase it, the curvature increases, which you might want if you prefer a more zoomed out perspective to give it more of this world feel. Or if you don't like that, you can go back on that and fold it out more. You see? So that gives you a bit of a different view on the whole thing. I actually enjoy roughly the default. Graphics settings are decent for a game of this type, I would say. It's not super demanding. You can rebind all the keys also, or most of them at least. You can turn off the timer. Show hints or not how dark how bright or dark the night is. You can set that as well. It's very, very atmospheric, I feel, with the lighting, but that might not be for everybody. Right? And later on, when you manage your multiplanetary network of peeps, it changes. Right, let's move it forward until the warehouse is constructed. They started building extra tools. Oh no, they're still gathering the wood necessary. There you go, now we're making tools. The transmogrifier does make a scary light effect. The first time I played this, I thought it might explode. Choose which resources you want to store in the warehouse. They have a limited space only. The more types you store, the less space there will be for each type. Store at least 3 resources. Tools. And stone and wood. So food and drink is stored in the bunker. You're so close to repairing the ship, you'll need a better source of tools than the transmogrifier. Time to find some iron in the highlands. There's iron, there's iron. Yes. Can be mined. But mine stone out of mountains. That doesn't mine metalworks. Metalworks, yay! Right, let's go a tiny bit slower. Let's follow our explorer here. Right. They have a long way to go, but I think we're still in the plus with the research points, so we don't need to optimize that, right? Now, we have Anne. Says she's a beat ninja, but no one knows what that is. So, do all the peeps have a little story like that? Carries a dead pigeon. Accidentally transmogrified the last guitar. Oops. Carries a dead pigeon. Prefers the company of birds and foxes. I can understand all the dead pigeon people here. Questions every decision they make. Aww. What's it with the dead pigeon cold here? It's a bit creepy. They need more tools, yeah. And it is a gentle game. There's no fighting conflict that I know of. Did you know that on the card for a selected building you can use the controls near the top to change its priority for getting resources and workers, or pause it entirely? On the card for a selected building. Yes. I know. I think. What? Yeah, this. Okay, we know that. Good. Metalworks. Slight gloom. Workers get negative happiness. Aww. Okay. I'm gonna build a road there. And work. I can't get both with one. The range is not high enough, so we'll keep the gloom up here. Right. Oh, no, I built 2. That's not necessary. So we keep 1 iron mine. Everything's animated so nicely. Little doors that open up, elevators go up and down, lights on off when the buildings open up, if there's light inside, and then the chimneys smoke. And on top of the fact that it's a quite enchanting game, it's also quite a complex game that will demand a lot from you, of you. There's a lot of planning involved and adjusting to change situations or needs. It has the fertility mechanic that you might know from the Anno games. So not every island can grow every plant. Right? We can plant potatoes here, but we don't know what else. We might find out, or not. So yeah, I'm not sure if we need to see more to show what this game does, but let's repair the ship and see how that turns out. Huh? We can make more tools. Yeah, we definitely need more tools. It gets quite busy later on. If you think this is busy. To process the iron into tools, you'll need an iron smelter and a toolsmith. They are special buildings that require power. Fortunately, your peeps have found an old generator near town. Repair the generator and then build your iron smelter and toolsmith. You'll need to continue to make tools with the transmogrifier till everything is set up. Ta-da! I planned ahead. Now we can research gardening. Allows construction of veggie fields and orchards which produce veggies and fruit, which gives peeps happiness. Yay! Also, bridges between tiles and a school. So you get to grow your population if you do that. Oh, can't we yet? Tutorial, huh? Yeah, okay. Tutorial says not yet. That's right. So, a toolsmith. Oh, the iron smelter obviously creates heavy pollution. Since we mine the iron up here, maybe we could create the pollution up there. And the toolsmith. It's going to be a horrible place to work, so we put it here. It's not that bad then. I want the road to be somewhere else. Oh, can I not turn this around? I want to rotate it. You know, build the road differently and so on. Create space for a warehouse. I wouldn't understand if it's not possible to do that. You can research upgrades for a lot of buildings. Right? Yeah, okay, so I need to build the warehouse somewhere else then. That's okay. We can remove that. Okay, so all the peeps are working. Right. We could build some nice homes here. Nice wilderness. And if you think about it, if you ever had to commute to work, how much better you feel as soon as you step out of the train or bus or whatever, and instead of walking alongside, say, an industry park, you walk alongside a park or the sea or whatever. And the game makes use of that with the construction of buildings. The longer the path along some nice countryside is, the better the people feel about it. Doesn't matter how shitty the workplace, they get over it. Mostly. I think it's smart to put that into the game to manage happiness, among other options you have. What? Beta thinks they're mysterious. I love the fact that you can rename them, but since they are all so busy and moving all over the place, you can't even track them. But it's cute. It can be your village entirely. So let's see if we can get the ship built. I'm gonna create more tools here. We need some more. Oh yeah, we can store. Oh, see, we have no space for a warehouse up here. That's why I wanted to build it here, right? And turn this there. That was a bit of a mistake. Let's check the controls. Maybe I'm overlooking something. Recall cameras. You can save camera position, so you can quickly jump between things. No, there's no rotation. The rotation only works with the roads. The rotation of the buildings, I mean. So you plan the roads first and then the buildings. Or accordingly, right? Build the roads with buildings in mind. So I think that's the wording I was looking for. For a small village, there's a lot happening. Let's look at what's available to manage the settlement and peeps effectively. Now we're getting to the management part. Whoop. This panel has a whole lot of information for you to explore as you need it, arranged under resources, peeps, and buildings. Let's look at the peeps tab. Here you can see every peep living on your island, along with things like what they're doing and a graph of how happy they are. You can click on the graph to make it bigger. For now, there's more to see, so close the island details panel with the close button or by clicking outside of it. Another thing you can do is view a variety of overlays that show you information directly on the planet. I love that. Click on the overlays button and go from there. Excellent. There's all sorts of information in here about how pollution is spreading across your island, how happy your peeps are, how resources are flowing, and more. There are tooltips on all the buttons that give you more information about what they show you. These buttons are pretty. The same buttons on the big overview. But, you know. Houses and entertainment. Natural resource harvesting. Storage. And transport. Quality of life. Ooh, no quality of life. Ancient Guardians. Power. So you can let them show you where's what, you know. And the pollution map looks like this. It's important. Who's polluting? Who's cleaning? I think this is the scrubbers. We have no active scrubbing, it's only the forest. And the tile pollution. So this tile is very polluted. And this is the pollution range. The outside, where the cleaner is struggling. The cleaner, the forest, right? Okay. Close it. Finally, you can view detailed information about individual resources and how they are allocated in the top bar. Okay. Tools. This is showing us a whole lot of things. A line showing how many of the resources you've got available for the use on the island. And a line showing how many of the resources are allocated for use. You can turn on the resource flow and resource storage overlays. And the small slider lets you adjust that. Right, so iron ore. Storage. Okay. So you see where it's stored in the warehouse, for example. And you see where the heavy quick and short travel, long and slow travel for this resource. In transit and allocated for production. And you can check out the details for iron as well. Here. The graph, how you produced. So there's a lot of help to handle complexity later on. They are unhappy. Oh no. Better food, veggies and tea. Okay. Gardening. So that's our island. And I'll stop here. We'll not get to the ship repair. It takes a bit to get there. You find more islands with the ship, and then later on you ship things off to other islands and other planets. So the comparison to Dyson Sphere is understandable, but Dyson Sphere is about building factories. And in inverted commas, only about production. You could even say it's a bit more of a puzzle game. I know placement here is super puzzly, but this is more of a management game than Dyson Sphere is, if that makes sense. I've only seen streams of Dyson Sphere program, but you know, I think I can make that comparison in my head and tell you that this is very different. Even though you can also view the globe, and there's also a big network thought behind it. But what happens on the planet is a different kind of thing. So before we leave, still in early access. It's not super expensive if you're interested. Check out the link in the marathon document if you like. And we'll check out the next game. It's called Banners of